What's good, y'all? It's Girl K Tokyo, and I'm back and better than ever. Period. It's like, nah. But as y'all can tell by the title, I'm going to be telling y'all about me being 17 and pregnant and how I told my mom. Yeah, it's crazy, but we finna get right into this video, okay? Okay, so y'all, it's currently, what's today's date? Oh, no, okay. It is October 29th, 2019. I found out that I was pregnant October 14th of 2018. And this was crazy because it was almost 2 weeks before my 18th birthday. So I was 17 when I found out. So me and my child's father, we were living together for some months, but eventually he stopped staying here, and I had called him at work because he kept telling me that I was pregnant. But I kept telling him, no, I'm not. And usually you be in denial, like, especially when you miss your period, like, you be like, okay, it's gonna come the next day. Then you be like, oh, nah, it's okay, it's gonna come the next day, but you really just be in denial because it's not gonna come. So that's how I was, and he kept telling me, nah, you're just pregnant, you're pregnant. I'm like, nah, I'm not, whatever. So I called him, I'm like, hey, he wasn't even allowed to be at my house at this time. I called him, and I'm like, can I come get you from work so I could take this pregnancy test because I don't want to take it by myself. So he was like, of course. Like, he's not going to tell me no anyways. I went and got him. We went and got a test. And I'm going to insert a picture right here of the test. And I had took it in my bathroom. I have a Jack and Jill like room. So it's my room, a bathroom, and then like my game room area. And well, now it's a nursery. But I had took it and sat it on the counter, and we went in my room, sat in my room, and we were supposed to go look at it together, but his thirsty self decided that he wanted to go before me, and he looked at it and just his mouth dropped. But it was one of them fake ones. Like, you know how when somebody playing with you and you know their facial expression don't look genuine, like it just look fake. He was like, I'm like, boy, you playing? Stop playing with me. Like, you just playing. And he was like, he just kept looking. So I got up. I was scared. I was so scared. I got up and I looked at the test, and I just stood there in the stare, because your mama not gonna beat your ass. My mama gonna beat my ass. So, but she actually didn't, y'all. And I'm gonna end up, me and her are gonna do a video after I drop this video. We're gonna do a video of her telling her side and how she found out. I'll probably drop that in a couple days. But anyways, so I just started crying. Like, he was happy. He was really, really happy. But I was crying. Like, I was like a little baby. And he was in there, you know, hugging me, like comforting me, like telling me, you know, if you don't want to keep it, that's your decision. But, you know, I want you to, that's that. In my head, I'm like, how would I be? Like, I'm 17 years old. He had just turned 18 that week before, literally that week before, because his birthday's the 6th, and I found out on the 14th. And he was happy, and I'm like, my mama finna drag me down these steps. Like, this not finna, you know, be going. Like, so, you know, we had our conversations. We were in the room for like a good little minute, and it's crazy because his family knew before my mama did. I hid it from her until I was about 3.5 months pregnant, which is a whole nother story, and we're gonna get into that in the next video. But yeah, so at this time, it was 2 weeks before my 18th birthday. So when we found out, like I said, I hid it. I went to LA for my 18th birthday, and I was like sick the whole time. I wasn't throwing up. I never had morning sickness ever. Like, never had morning sickness. But my vibe was off, and I just wasn't feeling myself. I wasn't feeling well. Couldn't eat certain things. Like, I just wasn't I didn't even crave nothing. That was the crazy thing. But like, all my favorite foods, I did not like no more. Like, I did not like. I hated them, and it was so crazy because I did not like them. Like, my favorite, I love noodles. I could not eat a cup of noodles, a pack of noodles, nothing for nothing. Like, it was crazy. Like, I almost thought I was finna die. Like, y'all think I'm exaggerating. It was the worst, especially because that was all I was eating for real. So, my sister, Delana, one of my older sisters, found out because when I went out there to LA to go stay with her, Keelan's dad, his name is Kenny, for those who don't know, Kenny texted me and was like, are you gonna tell your sister you pregnant? This girl had my phone when he texted me that. So she was like, y'all pranking me, because me and him are doing YouTube. She was like, y'all pranking me, da da this and that. Like, stop playing. I'm like, nah, he's for real. Like, he's serious. And I texted him like, boy, you texted me when she had my phone, and now she know da da this and that. But she told me she wasn't gonna tell my mom or whatever. Which it didn't sit right with me, because my mom and I were very, 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 very close, and I told her everything. So for me to hide that for so long, and it was more so because I didn't want to disappoint her, and I was scared, like, and I hid it for so long. And that's what made it kind of worse, because I did hide it from her and didn't tell her. And then other people knew and she didn't. So that's another thing. Like, I didn't want her to look stupid, like everybody know, and then she's clueless, like she don't know what her daughter, got going on, which is not the case. But yeah, so my sister found out then, and she was really supportive. She was there for me or whatever. And when I was gonna tell my mom, I was gonna write a letter. Like, I still have the letter. I don't know if I'm gonna put a picture. No, I'm gonna get the letter and show y'all. My bad, y'all, I'm back. Okay, so I did a 3-page letter, front and back. I was not playing. Here. Oh yeah, y'all can't even see. Dang. It's too bright. Y'all can't even see it. 3 pages, front and back. Basically telling her that I was pregnant. And I'm not gonna read it to y'all, but when me and her do our video, I'm gonna have her read it out loud to y'all, so y'all can see what I actually put in the letter. And it's more personal, because she's gonna actually read it to y'all. My bad, y'all. I dropped the camera. Okay, we can't be doing that. But yeah, so I'm gonna have her read y'all the letter, like, when me and her do our segment. All right, that's better. Yeah, I'm gonna have her read her part. I'm gonna read
that you could.
I'm gonna have her read the letter when we do our segment part of this video, and that's gonna drop probably 2-3 days after this video drops. Okay, so yeah, so I wrote her a letter, and I told my sisters that I did that. But my sister Delana, all of my sisters that knew at the time was like, my sister Deja, Delana, and Dana, all 3 of them said that I don't need to give her a letter. I need to tell her verbally, and then give her the letter. But I didn't want to tell her verbally, because I was scared, of course, like anybody would be. And but I ended up calling her into the room one day, and I told her, and it wasn't what I expected, like, at all. Like, she didn't beat me or nothing. She didn't yell at me. She didn't do nothing, like, at all. But her reaction was way worse than her actually putting her hands on me, to be honest. Like, it really was. And y'all will see why in the next video, because we're gonna do our part. And then she called Kenny, was talking crazy to him, and stuff like that. And she kicked me out like 2 days later for like 2 hours. I went to Target, y'all, because Target, I love Target. I can live in Target. I went to Target for like 2 hours. No, for an hour. And then she had told me that I need to get my dog and my rabbit. We need to find somewhere to go. But I left the rabbit, because that was Kenny Rabbit. But I took the dog. And we went to Target. He stayed in the car. And then we went to the gas station, and I got some snacks. And I propped up my little phone on my in my car. And I got some snacks, and we watched YouTube. Until she said to come back home, because Kenny was like, no, you need to go back home. Please just go back home. Your mama wants you home. I said, nah, if she want me home, she's going to call me and tell me to come home. So I ended up going home literally 2 days. I mean, not 2 days, 2 hours later. And yeah, so that's it for like me telling her how I told her and me finding out. But during my pregnancy, like, I didn't have any like cravings. I don't like milk, but I was drinking milk more often while I was pregnant, which is crazy. Like, some of the foods that I did not like, I was actually eating, like cereal. I don't eat cereal with milk. Like, I just eat it dry. And I was eating cereal. I didn't start liking noodles up until I was about 7 months pregnant is when I was able to eat noodles again. What else? I didn't really have no weird cravings like people be talking about. Like, maybe because I eat weird stuff already. I don't know. Why look cute? Anyways.
Boy, if you don't get...
What else? I never threw up. Never threw up. I was small, y'all. Okay, so when I was first pregnant, whatchamacallit, I was hoping it wasn't twins because Kenny's side of the family, they got twins, and my side of the family, I got twins. We got twins too, so we was hoping and praying it wasn't gonna be twins because I was not gonna do that for my first time at all. Never that at all. So yeah. What else? Dang. It's a lot to talk about. Oh, I'm gonna insert my gender reveal clip in this video, y'all. Actually, I'm gonna insert it right now.
Man, Kenny, you might as well just hold it, bro.
Man, dog, just hold it.
Oh, no. Oh, there it goes. Kenny, hold it.
Connie, hold the bottom part. Yeah, just leave it like
That's what I
that.
said. They still on 35.
Okay, let's count from 5.
Cousin and brother, I'm talking about
Y'all ready
for
for
3 pop. Y'all playing.
10. Yeah. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I told you. Oh my God, it's a boy. Oh my God. It's a boy.
Who want to clean this shit up? Get out of there. Oh my God.
It's a boy.
He want a girl.
Like, he wanted a girl so bad.
You definitely want a boy. You definitely want a boy.
I wanted a girl.
I want a girl.
That's what I'm saying.
Mood.
I'm still happy though. I'm still happy.
Ray money.
You gonna be doing the same.
No, I'm not. Oh my God.
Yes, he is.
Got it. So I'm gonna tell y'all my labor story now at this point. Okay, so my gestation date, well, I don't know what that's called. When you first like miss your period was like September 13th. And my son, Keelan, was supposed to be born June 20th through 21st, but he came June 14th. And I'm gonna tell y'all that story. Okay, so look, I'm about 34 weeks, 35 weeks. I had him at 37 weeks. I was 36 weeks pregnant and I was having contractions. So I went to the doctors and they told me I was dilated 2 centimeters. But they said that they cannot admit me into the hospital until I'm 5 centimeters dilated. So I'm like, okay. So they had me walking around doing different exercises trying to get me to dilate more at the hospital. But I wasn't. So I went, they was like, okay, well, you gotta go home, come back when your contractions are 3 to 5 minutes apart. Okay, at this point, my contractions are 2 to 5 minutes apart. And they're like, oh, well, you're still not dilating, so come back when it's going on for like an hour or 2. So I come back, I leave, the next day I come back. Same thing. Oh, you're not dilating. Well, you're at 4 centimeters now, but your contractions aren't strong enough to continue to allow you to dilate. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm not going home. So either I'm gonna go home and have the baby at home, or y'all can keep me here. Like, that's how I was. And he was like, oh, I like the enthusiasm. No, I was serious. So I had my induced date was the Saturday of the 15th. Yeah, June 15th was my induced date. But they said that somebody on that Thursday the 13th ended up having their baby. They were scheduled to be induced, but they ended up having their baby earlier. So they put me in. My bad, y'all. My camera had died. Where was I at? Okay, so I ended up getting scheduled to be induced the Thursday of the 13th of June, of this year, 2019. And I was in labor already for 4 days, so I was over it. I was totally over it. When I got back to the hospital at that night to be induced, I ended up getting epidural because contractions aren't no joke. Like, they really not. But getting an epidural isn't like that bad. It don't hurt at all, and you would prefer that than to sit through contractions. So I ended up having him on that morning at like, when was it? Like 5 in the, it was like 5 in the morning on the 14th of June. Around that time, like 4:45, 5:45, something like that, on the 14th of June. And I really like, I feel like it was a blessing because Kenny had passed that week before, like exactly that week before, that Friday, Saturday. I think it was like Friday night, Saturday time frame. I was in a whole different state when it happened, when I got the call. So so he really just like helped me get through the situation. But yeah, so that was my labor and delivery story, because it was crazy. I was in labor for 4 days, but it only took me 15 minutes to push Cuban out. So I'm like, you had me in labor for 4 days, but you want to come out in 15 minutes. Like, you could have just did that earlier, son. Like, but everything happens for a reason. But that's my labor and delivery story. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, I can give you guys advice. Okay, so being a teen mom, for me, it isn't as hard as I thought. He makes it really easy. He's such a good baby, a wonderful baby. So I don't really struggle as much. What I will say is, don't be afraid to ask for help or to take advice, because you're going to need it, and you're going to mess up, and you're going to make mistakes, and you're going to go through a lot of things with your child that's going to scare you. Like, any little noise they make in the beginning is going to scare you. Like, when they choke for the first time, it's going to scare you. Like, so don't be afraid to take advice. What else? For young moms, even adults, like, stay motivated. Like, don't stop your dream because of you being pregnant, or you feel like you're not going to be able to do the same thing anymore due to the fact that you're young and you're pregnant. Like, I'm still going to school. I'm still doing my businesses, modeling, acting, like all that. Like, when I was 5 months pregnant, I was in a music video, y'all. I'm going to show y'all that picture right here, because I was still small. I was 5 months, but I was small. But yeah, still chase your dreams. Don't give up. It's not the end of the world. And if anything, your child is going to make you go harder and grind even harder, because I don't know where I would be without him. And when you have somebody that you know that you have to be there for and provide for, it's going to push you to, you know, do what you need to do and stay on track. And the only thing that I am scared of is having certain people like babysit him. Like, I do not want him to go to daycare. I do not want him to go to daycare, y'all, because I be seeing all these videos on Instagram and Twitter of people at the care centers beating babies, and just, ooh, I just don't want him to go to no daycare, y'all. So that's the only thing. I can't even sit there and give out advice and telling y'all to let y'all child go to daycare, because I don't want him going. But I feel like if he does go, it'll help him, like, with not only motor skills, but, you know, just being able to interact with other people and other babies and kids, because, my bad, y'all, to be able to interact, it'll help with that. And what else? Yeah, just continue being you and doing what you gotta do to provide for yourself and your child, like, for real. I start school in January. I go back to college. I only took 1 semester off, so, you know, I'm just doing what I need to do. I graduated, y'all. I was in what grade was I was in 12th grade, the beginning of 12th grade, when I found out that I was pregnant, and I still graduated on time. I was taking college classes. I had 2 years of college out the way already. Like, no, not 2 years, a whole year of college. I took 2 semesters between my 11th and 12th grade year, and I still graduated. So anything is possible. Don't get down. If you know, don't stop doing you. Like, don't stop. like keep grinding. And I think that's it for this video. I'm gonna wrap it up because it's kind of lengthy. Stay tuned for that Teen Mom video that I'm gonna do with my mom, with her explaining her side of the story. And make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. Tokyo Gang or no gang. And we out.